All right, John Fredericks Radio Network. I want to get to Patti Lyman. Patti is a state committee woman representing Virginia, RNC. Patti, great to have you.
Glad to be here, John. Good morning.
Okay, we got a lot to talk about. Number one, we just had a caller upset that on the day the president got impeached, she got an email from Ronald Romney saying, "Yay! I got reelected chairman. Send me money." Sheila in Chicago thought that was a little annoying, bad timing. What say Patti Lyman?
I completely agree that it was bad timing. There have been a number of things that have been very bad timing lately. I would have liked to see the RNC do some things differently. One thing I will say, it was probably somebody else that made the decision to send it out, because Ronnie McDaniel, not only she broke her ankle in Georgia, she was in a cast all during the RNC. Then she developed blood clots. So right before that, she had developed blood clots. I think she's in the hospital again. But still, whoever sent it out, it was a bad decision. I don't think that everyone at the RNC understands what is happening and what an earthquake we are going through right now. I was there last week at the RNC. I certainly wouldn't have had it last week, but that's when they had it. And there are lots of great conservative Trump supporters like me. Most of the people who are new in the RNC class and the 168 are like me, but there's a number of people there that have been there a long time, and they're anti-Trump. They don't even believe that there was fraud in the election, believe it or not.
Well, these are the pina colada Republicans. They went down to Amelia Island and sipped margaritas. I mean, you had to go. You're a state committee woman. Instead of going to Atlanta or going to Alpharetta or going to Dalton, Georgia, or going to Brunswick and knocking on doors and getting out the vote. I'll never forgive them for that. And so I'm done with them. But look, we're going to take the party over in people like Patti Lyman's image. Now I want to get to Virginia, okay, where there's on Saturday, the State Central Committee, the Republicans in Virginia, they're voting again. I don't know why. They've already chosen to nominate our candidates with a convention. That's already been done. I'm for primaries. I hate conventions. But here's what I hate even more. Changing it again. I think changing it again is asinine. This is a dumpster fire. This is worse than the New York Jets. I've never seen a comedy act like this. They don't want Amanda Chase, so they go to a convention. Then she says she's going to compete in a convention. So now they're going to go, well, she might win a convention. Now we're going to go back to a primary. And here's my question. I got Rich Anderson on tomorrow. He's the chairman of the Republican Party of Virginia. This is his first test of leadership. You try to explain to me how you pick a convention, people run for governor, build a staff on a convention, and now a month and a half later you're going to go back and change it again. I mean, what the hell is going on here, Patti?
It's absolute nonsense. Not only did we vote for it on December 5th, we voted for it twice, and we were on a meeting that lasted about 8 hours. Ironically, but there have been people who have continued pushing for the primary as they trash conventions, even though they say they're going to participate. We got a letter. I'm not going to mention any names because I'm not taking any position on these races, but a letter went out to the state central members yesterday from a candidate who fell all over themselves, saying that, I know you're going to vote on Saturday, and I told you before that I'm going to respect whatever you do. And that letter, sending that letter out, obviously, wants to push people to vote again and make a change. Sending that letter out is proof that candidate does not accept and will not, or maybe will not accept what we do, because we voted in December, and now they're sending a letter out, lobbying about the vote.
Was that who sent it out? Was that former Speaker Kirk Cox? Who was it that sent that?
You know what? People can figure. People, I think you're pretty warm.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I'm not on here to.
Got it. I got it.
Call names.
No worries.
But
it's all good.
Anyway, that what that says to me is that the person doesn't accept what we did, And you know what? I got to be honest with you. There are some people in and around State Central who make a bunch of money on a primary, but they don't make as near as much on a convention,
There you
especially
go.
an unassembled one.
Now we're getting somewhere, right? Now we're going to follow the money, right, to those that want to change it. And look, Patti, you and I don't see eye to eye on this. I hate conventions. I think they have ripped the soul and the heart out of the Republican Party, and they've gouged its eyes out and turned it into the dumpster fire it is. Having said that, I believe in consistency. You voted for a convention. A lot of people changed their vote, pissed me off because they didn't want Amanda Chase, Senator Chase. I get it, right? But it's done. You can't now change it after 6 weeks. This is insane. And Rich Anderson is the party chairman. So how did this even get on the agenda? Now somebody calls me and says, well, God, how did it get how did it even get on the agenda setting? Well, it got on the agenda because his new vice chair, Christy Way, of the Eric Cantor days, she was his chief of staff, put it on the agenda. Well, if you're the chairman, how do you let something get on the agenda? I mean, what the hell is going on?
John, I asked the same question. I was very upset when I saw it on the agenda as well. And believe me, there are people on the committee who actually have some integrity and understand that we need to stick by what we told the candidates and what we told the whole state. And we are obviously going to take action to make sure that we honor the commitment that we made back on December 5th. So that's going to happen. None of this should have happened. It's a distraction. And I will tell you that there may have been some people that decided to vote convention because they didn't like Amanda Chase. But I will tell you that as for me and a number of other conservatives that voted for a convention, that had nothing to do with it. I mean, absolutely zero. It could have been true for, a few people, and that might have made the difference in the voting numbers. But for the core of strong conservatives on State Central, it didn't have anything to do with her.
Well, look, you have been consistent. You're for conventions. I have been consistent. I'm for primaries. But now we both come together for doing the right thing. And the Republican Party of Virginia right now is about to be a total laughingstock come Saturday if they reverse this decision. Because campaigns they've already hired people, spent money, and done things to prepare for some sort of an unassembled convention in May. And now we're going to change it again because we got arm twisting, and it never should have got on the agenda. And I've got Rich Anderson on my show tomorrow, and I'm going to ask him about this because one of the reasons, I didn't vote for Rich, all right? I voted for Jack, so everybody knows that. But I support Rich now 100%. He's worked hard, and I want him to succeed, right? So all that's gone. But you got to show leadership. And the one thing he said when he ran is, I will show leadership. Well, where is it? Is that a fair question?
You know what? Anybody that runs for a job like chairman of the Republican Party of Virginia knows that they're going to be asked questions like that. I believe that Rich wants to do the right thing.
I agree.
I think he understands that this is a huge problem for us. And there are going to be a number of people that will be there to correct this and make sure that we don't damage our party on Saturday. We will be doing that, and I expect that Rich will be endeavoring to do the right thing as well. This is we have a moment of truth here. Okay, we have a message, we have policies, we have principles, we have a party. It works for everyone if we properly present it and we believe in what we're doing. The mealy-mouthed namby-pamby, that has to go away. It's not going to work. And the Trump voters they're key, not just to our state party, but to the national party. One of the messages that we had very strongly last week was someone was talking about what Don Jr. said, well, it's not really the Republican Party anymore, it's the Trump Party. And Ronna McDaniel, I certainly agree with her, said, we're the Republican Party and the Trump Party, And we must keep in our party those voters who came out and voted for Donald Trump. We must keep those people. They are absolutely critical. She recognizes that. And the same thing in Virginia. Same thing in Virginia. I would like to know, people that want us to vote for them in 2021 in Virginia, where are all of their public statements, first of all, supporting the president's efforts to protect our votes, like me, Rich Anderson, and Morton Blackwell put out 2 months ago, month and a half ago? Where are they on that? And where are they on decrying this sham of an impeachment and this corruption? I tell you right now, I'm not very excited about voting for anybody for governor or any of our offices who will not come out now and soundly and roundly condemn it. I condemned it. Why can't they?
You're so right. This is our moment of truth, isn't it, Patti?
Yes, it is. It absolutely is. I mean, we are right. We're teeter-tottering. We're right on the precipice. I will tell you that listening to people like you and Steve Bannon and other people that never would not give up fighting during this time has been so important for millions of people, for millions of Trump supporters. We're at the spot we're at now. We didn't want to be here. But when you talk about the fact that the party is there, and those of us who believe in our policies and our principles, believe in our Republican creed, that the opportunity is there for us to carry on with this party and make it stronger than ever, that is encouraging. And I hope everybody listens to that message. We have to take control right now. I don't care who's been in charge all along. Whatever it is, they didn't do it right. So we need to move forward. I'm not pointing at the RNC or even RPV. I'm just saying an attitude that thinks that they can ignore the Trump voters and what we stand for. A Mitch McConnell attitude, for instance, that or Kevin McCarthy attitude or Liz Cheney attitude. I'm sorry. I'm not interested in those people.
We're done with them. They have here's what they have. They have a donor list. And they have Wall Street. And here's what we have. 50 million voters. I like our odds a lot, Patti. I like them a lot.
I do too.
You're right. We got to start calling them out. Any of these Republicans running for governor that is not calling out this impeachment sham against an innocent man, Trump did nothing, okay? He did nothing to do this, to start any riot or anything else. If you read his transcript, was nothing there. Zero. And so you want to go through this impeachment now, and if you don't stand up for the guy, what are you going to stand for? Every time the wind blows, you're just going to go, what, one way or the other? You have no roots. And we're done with that. I agree with you 100%. Let's get in Willis from New Canton, Virginia. Willis, you're on the line with myself and Patti Lyman. Willis, go ahead. You're live.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to say I really love what y'all are doing. You're standing up and doing good for everyone. I'd love to thank all the people, politicians, people in blue. And all I want to really say is God is taking care of us. We're going down the path that he wants us to go. And I just want to ask everyone to pray and fast if you can, because I think that's what he wants a couple times a week. And just love what everybody's doing there. You prayed, and we all will come out good.
Willis,
Hallelujah.
Willis, thank you. Hallelujah for Willis in New Canton, Virginia. Where is New Canton, Virginia, Willis? Where is that?
I'm in Buckingham, Central Virginia.
Central Virginia. Okay. Thank you, Willis. Thank you. John Fredericks Radio Network. Patti Lyman, thank you.